Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview covering ESL Impact Season 5 finals here in DreamHack Dallas. For this occasion, I have here with me Tory of Imperial, who coming off of a semi-final victory over Fluxo Demons to advance to the grand finals. And Tory, thank you so much for taking the time once again. Really appreciate it. First and foremost, previously you guys fell to Fluxo earlier on in the group stage, but for this time you guys came out on top. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good. Like after every victory, feeling great. And Fluxo, it was very played by them. It was always actually the hardest games against Brazilians. And I remember last Impact we actually lost them up against them in best of one, and we almost were out. And this time I'm very happy that we managed, and I'm very happy that we didn't play best of one against them. And yeah, it's easier in best of three, of course.
You know, on top of just having to face them on in a best of three and just having that compared with how it was, best of ones, what do you think was the biggest changes that you've seen within this team in adjusting from that first encounter in the tournament?
Obviously they improved a lot, but I think I cannot really say in what kind of aspects they improved, but I know that we were worked very hard before this tournament, and our level when we took Zain up in the team, I think raised like 2 times, and I think we are playing very good right now.
For sure, and it is one that the team is poised to make another to add another title to the cabinet. So far as this core is considered, just looking at first and foremost, just new org, new team, just having Imperial pick you guys up just before the start of Dallas finals. When did that kind of conversation start between you guys and Imperial, and when did that then start to just make it official?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
Talking about when did the conversation start between your team and Imperial, and just
I think it was like 2 months ago. 2 months ago, it was our coach who was contacting the orgs. Yes, and since then they were so interested, and of course we were like, I hope everything will work out. And finally, because it was very hard to find an org. For us, we were struggling for 3 months to find an org, because ESL announced only 2 tournaments this year. That's why it was and the big org started to step down from the female team. So actually, I was like, female Counter-Strike is dying, but thankfully to Imperial that we found each other, and we are so happy, and I'm very happy to work with this kind of people.
I'm sure other orgs were in the same kind of race to sign you guys for this event and also everything after that. What made Imperial just the number one pick for you guys compared to the other orgs that were in the hunt for your signature?
Of course, it's Brazilian fans. It's number one in the world, I would say. It was very hard with other orgs to find. So it would work for us and for them. It was kind of like with Imperial. It was kind of different. It was kind of hard to explain. English is not my first language, but everything just went smooth with Imperial. Yes, I would say.
I understand that. A little bit, another topic, just sort of within the team, of course, the fact that you guys brought in, I believe, Zas for Vilga. How has that kind of transition been like to go from that previous version from last year, always dominating in Impact, to now with the new member? How has that process been?
Before we didn't have a really good energy, but now when we took Zain up, our energy is insane. Even last match against Fluxo, we lost Nuke. Okay, guys, whatever. Okay, we moved to second map. We started to lose. We were losing 0-7, and the energy in the team was very good. Very no one gave up, and I think Zainab was the one who was cheering everyone up, and yeah.
How do you kind of compare both teams in terms of level? Do you feel this version is the level of this team is higher than what was from the previous team?
Obviously, all female teams are much better than before, and it's every Impact is just harder and harder.
For sure. And talking about that, there's been this whole storyline about how new team for the squad, new IGO and stuff like that. And in addition to the fact about, as you said, greater competition compared to last year, then maybe there would be a chance for a new team to come out on top. And so, how have you kind of viewed the progression of the rest of the other women's teams in relation to you guys? And how do you kind of look at that gap between you guys and the rest of the other teams in this scene?
I think, I mean, we are still better than other teams, of course, but the reason why I think our goal is not to win Impact. Our goal is to start to compete against good male teams. That's why, like, I would say our highest goal right now is to qualify to ECA main. I mean, we've been to ECA main, we were out, and now, like, unfortunately, we should have playoffs, but we are in America right now. We cannot really, and it's unfortunate, of course. But I'm sure next time we're gonna just when we come back home, we're gonna play new season and we're gonna qualify to ECA main, then ECA advanced. That's why we have, like, I think other teams, female teams, they just trying to beat us, right? They just trying to win impacts, but for us, it just we have a kind of higher goals.
Going into that, competing in ESA, what do you think has been the most difficult part in just trying to improve in a competition like that?
I mean, guys are stronger, of course, and I mean, I feel like it's going easy in intermediate for us, and I'm pretty sure we would qualify to main now.
I understand that. One more question before I wrap it up. More so just expectations. You know, now that you're in the grand finals, you wait your opponent between HSG and Let Her Cook. How do you what's your impression of your potential opponents and the kind of things they bring to the server against you guys?
Oh, sorry, again the question.
What's your impression of the other two semifinalists? You know, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would say it would be much easier to play against Let Her Cook because it's European teams. I mean, we used to play against them before. We were beating them. I think it's just harder to play against HSG. I think they're a very good team, and individually players are very strong.
I understand that. Tory, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate this conversation.